Hi everyone, this is Scott Chang, the founder of Church in the Park movement across America. We have successfully attracted 6,000 believers, Christian believers, to gather on a Facebook page, brainstorm with one another, talk about how do we do community outreach, how do we hold a community potluck, and do the neighborhood outreach and reaching souls for Christ. And people have been wondering, how do you create a Facebook like this? How do I start a movement like this in my community? Well, I'm going to show you first how to create a Facebook page. Second, and it's probably going to be the second video, I'm going to show you how do you attract believers in your community, believers that's in your city or in your town. So it's probably going to be two videos. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first video, we're going to talk about exactly how do we create a Facebook page. Many people don't know. On your top right hand, you see this arrow down here, and here it says create page, not create group, but create page. Click on that. Comes to the next page. And there are several options here. You want to go ahead and choose the cause or community. Name this page, let's say Church in a Park movement for, let's say, Pomona, California. Okay, so let's get started. You can name it anything you want. I would just suggest something similar to this, and then put your city name in there or your town's name in there. Okay, so tell people what this page is all about. Church in a Park is a movement across America. The purpose is to gather believers in a community to outreach and take care of one another. In the process, it allows you to type so many words only. And if we have any website affiliate, yes, that will be churchinapark.org. This website, the purpose is to gather believers in your community or your church to encourage them to start doing something like this. We do have another website called gs-911.org. Inside this website has a video. It's very effective to invite your neighbors, believers or not, to come together for a potluck. So utilize this website, GS-911. It stands for Good Samaritan 911. It's an encouragement for the neighborhoods to start rising up and help one another, get to know one another. And in time of need, a neighbor is better than a relative who lives far away, as the proverb says. So this web page, you probably want to say Church in the Park Pomona, or Pomona Community Outreach, or Pomona Neighbors. Okay, let's just do Pomona Neighbors. Pomona Neighbors. Okay. Save info. Okay, here it allows you to do only one website, so let's reduce it down to just one website. Save the info. And let's say upload from a computer. You should have maybe take a picture of the park that you want to hold a potluck. Let's say I want to do Pomona. Okay, let's go ahead and search for Pomona, California. Let's see, what pictures do we find? Okay. Or park. So allow me to get time to find a good pic. Okay, we have determined a good picture to use, which is already in my PC. Pictures, church in the park. Okay. Let's go ahead and choose this one here. And again, you can use your own picture. Anything that looks like a potluck in the park or a gathering in the park is good. Let's go next. You want to do this. You do want to add it to your favorites so that the web page that you create, it's easy to access. On your top left hand, you'll see it on from now on you'll see it on your Facebook page. So you want to go ahead and do that. It would kind of sort of show up on your left hand side, you know, in a Facebook page somewhere around here. So you will have a reminder you do have this page and you want to manage it. Next page, it comes to the preferred page audience. That means what are the people that you would like to attract? You know, what city? You see, you can determine, since it's Pomona, California. Okay, go ahead and choose Pomona, California. And you do want to reduce the mileage to like 10 miles because you can, as you can tell, within 10 miles you will probably reach the city of Chino, Ontario, part of Rancho Cucamonga. So you want to keep it a small radius. I don't know if you can do 5 miles, if that's possible. Okay, 10 miles is the most that you can do. So let's do 10 miles. And what are the people that you want to attract? Well, we don't want to eliminate anyone, but basically it's the people of all ages. But of course you do want to choose preferable Christians, because we want to gather believers and Christians to come first and train them, equip them, and have relationship with them. See, not all people like to preach gospel in a church, unfortunately. But there is always a small group of people in a church, in multiple churches, that like to reach souls, they like to preach the gospel, they like to interact with their neighbors. And these are the people that we want to gather. Okay? So the first qualification, of course, you want them to be believers. So let's see what else comes up when we type the word Christian. Okay. Maybe churches. Christian church or Baptist church. So all this Christian, the disciples of Christ, Crossroads. I know there's a Crossroad Christian Church in the area. Maybe you want to attract the believers from that particular church. Maybe by doing this, you'll be able to find your own church, Christian church, disciples of Christ, so etc. These are the people or people group that you want to attract to be gathered. And see, just these categories, you can reach a lot of people already. You can gather a lot of people already. So that should be enough. And let's go to the next thing that we should do, which is to click save. So we will probably be able to do everything in one page, showing you how to attract the right people. So here it will give you some instructions. How do you navigate this page? How do you let people like your web page? Things like this. Worthwhile to read, so you would get to be more familiar with what's been created. Over here it says add a cover. Let's go ahead and add another picture. Right? I like this billboard. I don't know if it would show up good, but this is such a great that love thy neighbor thing. I mean that. God, this is just an awesome picture in my opinion. Okay, so you have, let's go ahead and save changes. Right over here on the left, you should see promote page. Here it is. Okay, how do you promote page? You want to promote this page to the people that are believers or a particular church member, things like that. Okay, and how long is the duration? And yes, you do have to set up a payment, but you can determine how much money that you want to spend. See, if you spend $5 a day, you would attract at least 3 to 11 likes per day. You can choose different amount. $10, you will attract anywhere between 5 to 22 people per day. Okay, 15. So I would just go with $5 for now, unless money to you is not an issue, or you're doing this as a church group and you say, yes, we would like to dedicate $10, $20 to attract more likes in a shorter amount of time, so that we can gather the believers in this community to do something together. Okay, so if you don't have a payment method being set up, over here it will probably show, please add payment method. And after everything is done, and you can also choose the duration. How long do you want to promote this? Before there is no such choice. You just set up $5 and then it charges your credit card $5 per day. And if you forgot to stop, it just keep going. But now I like Facebook, about this. They start to give you a duration day. You can say, I want to run $5, $10 per day, but let it last for 14 days and before I can see the result. So churches, believers, I encourage you to do this. It's such a fun to gather believers, people that's like-minded. And if you are a real estate agent, I encourage you to do this too, because when you are promoting the gospel, you also build your network. And the more people that you know, it's good for your business as well. You have the ability and the opportunity to serve your community as far as I think this is a really great thing for real estate agents or any insurance agents to do and start a group like this. And people will look up to you for advice because of your interaction. And be genuine, be a genuine servant. There's nothing wrong with marketing yourself, but be a genuine servant that provide real value service. So I do encourage real estate agents, insurance agents to start a group like this, or church pastors to start a group like this. Or if you just really love the Lord and finance is not an issue to you, go ahead and start a page like this and start gathering believers. As we gather, there's strength. As we gather, we can do something together. It's proven being effective if you put up 4 signs around the 4 corners of the park and use the video. Use the website gs-911.org to invite people. So make sure you print that website on the street sign that you use, and just say something. 2 weeks later, Saturday from 11 to 1 o'clock, we have a neighborhood potluck. Come together and have fun. Never say something religious. People hate that. Believe me. People don't like religion. Okay, people love Jesus once they know Jesus, but they don't like religion. Okay, so don't make anything churchy. Don't make anything that looks religious. We're just going to have potluck, have fun. But because of the interaction, this is what the Lord told me. If you would create opportunities, the right opportunities for believers and non-believers to gather themselves and to interact under the right circumstances, salvation will happen. Miracles will happen. That's what happened. We first started to do this. We put up 4 signs and just say neighborhood potluck, bring a dish to share. If you don't have a dish, bring soda, bring a drink. If you don't, just bring 2 chairs, right? Or bring some board game to share with your neighborhood kids and have fun. So the first time we did it, we gathered 40 people, and that's all we did. We just put up 4 signs. Next time we do it, 70 to 80 people. The next time we do it, 100 people. The next time we do it, 130 people. And every time we do a gathering like this, because of the interactions between believers and unbelievers, people do come to Christ. It just happens naturally. And the pastor who listen to me and do this on a consistent basis, they do it month after month, and non-stop, they experience a great amount of church growth. As a matter of fact, if I can show you his picture, I think it's right over here. And I'm so proud of this pastor. He really listens and dig in, and do it every month. And here's the result. Right? And now he's experienced a great amount of church growth in his church because of listening consistently. And we also have Pomona Mayor that attended one of our potluck, and people come to Christ. People receive the Lord there. Pomona is full of people who used to be ex-con, who used to be in prison, or gangsters, and we see groups of gangsters start to come into the Lord as well in gatherings like this. So be creative. After you start a group like this and you gather enough people, start to invite your city councils, your city mayors to come, and let them see what you're doing and what you're contributing to the community. And believe me, if you invite them, they will come. For sure, they will come. You know why? Because they like to know what the communities are thinking about them. Are they doing a contribution? Are the people satisfied with their service? And so they will always come and interact. And sometimes, because of the interaction, city mayors and city councils come to the Lord. You see, you have a light in you, and you gotta let it shine. Don't hide it under the table. Let your light be above the table, and let it be a light that shine in the room. We have Christ in our heart, and we have that ability to shine. Okay, we just got to take out that step. So God bless. I hope that you enjoy the instruction and would actually take action. The time is coming. The Lord is coming. So be blessed. follow the instruction, and start a revival in your community. God bless.